Hey everyone, I'm Timmy Scott, and if you're new here, welcome. For my returning visitors, welcome back. Yes, back at you again with another Jehovah's Witness video. As you can tell by the title, I want to talk about Jehovah's Witnesses always lying to their followers and tent preaching. So, I've talked about my friend in my past few videos, how he went to seminary and knows about Jehovah's Witnesses and how damaging they are. We were talking last week about evangelists. Obviously, we all know what propaganda and evangelists are, which is what is the same category, just used in different ways, because, well, people can. For those who don't know what it exactly means, I'll read it for you here really quick. Evangelist is a person who seeks to convert others to the Christian faith, especially by public preaching. And that's exactly what Jehovah's Witnesses are doing. I mean, just like every other religion, but obviously Jehovah's Witnesses are the first people. So, I want to get into this, and this had me really curious. Last week, me and my friend were talking about tent preaching. I mean, we were talking about evangelists, but he asked me what tent preaching was. And I was like, no, and I was curious. So he told me, tent preaching were back in time before evangelists. It's similar in concept to it, but not really that much. Tent preaching was these groups of people, these group followers would go into a town, preaching to people, regardless if they were rich or poor, bringing them in, getting their attention, thinking that there's something good that must be happening. This preacher, with his followers obviously, would literally stand or sit, however it was done, would literally be standing there, lying to these people in the town that they're at, lying to them, saying, God will save you. God will love you. You will not die in Armageddon if you don't convert to our faith now. And Jehovah's Witnesses aren't the first people to tell them that they're going to die in Armageddon if they're not saved. Tent preachers did this first. So, all these followers, regardless if they were rich or poor, wound up believing it. And they gave them everything they had. All the money they could afford to give them. And after his followers, or their followers, would go around with the collection plate as he's saying all this stuff to convince them. After they get everything they have and they can give to them, after it's all said and done overnight, they pack up everything, and then they take off to the next town. With the town that they were in, these people that were believing it woke up wondering what happened to the followers that were here. They basically took a run for their money. And that's what Jehovah's Witnesses are doing. They could care less about their followers. All they really want is to go after them for their money. Because I also remember hearing about a public broadcasting where Stephen Lett was saying, give us your money. We don't care how rich or poor you are. We just want your money. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're sitting there, or standing, actually. Not sure where I get sitting from, but whatever. They're standing there, literally lying to their followers, saying that, or telling their followers they want money and they want it badly. Like, really badly. And again, this is what the tent preachers did before evangelists. That's just what I wanted to talk about, because it really fascinated me. And like I said, Jehovah's Witnesses aren't the first people to tell you that you're going to die in Armageddon if you don't convert to their religion now. And that's what they're trying to do. Basically, to take a run for their money. And that's what it really comes down to. I'm sure you guys are familiar with tent preaching, but for those who aren't, that's what it's about. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Share it around as much as you want, which I know a lot of you will, and I know my Jehovah's Witness friends will. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with tent preaching, but if you aren't, now you know what it is. And again, Jehovah's Witnesses aren't the first people to do this. So with that being said, hit the red subscribe button down below. It takes 3 seconds of your time. Turn on post notifications if you wish, so you never miss a post from me. Leave a comment. Let me know if you agree to it, which I know a lot of you will. Like this video to your favorites. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.